Hello, my friends. For today's reading, I shuffled out 3 different animal cards. So I'm doing animal spirit cards. So I'm doing 3 different readings. The first one was for the lizard. Now, the lizard was told that they need to spend some alone time. But you have the lion. The lizard and the lion are both fire animals. But the lion is patient, regal, a complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof. Yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealthy, and precise in their words and action. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn and too serious. To bring into balance, daily meditation and friendship. So, I see now why I didn't get one collective reading for today, because apparently some of you need very different advice from each other. So, Lion, I am going with the Midnight Magic cards for you. Oh yeah, here we go. You get self-mastery, and the first card that comes out is the Hierophant. So you are indeed a master, a spiritual master. And it may be that now you are being called to mentor others. The Hierophant can also be a card of mentors, needing to find one or perhaps being called to be one. Since you got the Lion card out first, I am inclined to think that you are meant to be a mentor to others. And your hermit tendencies are blocking your progress. Okay, fair enough. I've got plenty of hermit tendencies myself, so I know where you're coming from. Hang on. That confused me for just a minute there. I wondered why I was feeling pulled to get the Midnight Magic deck for you, because I have the Tarot of the Orishas, which is, at least African. I have the Wheel of the Sun tarot. I have all of these warm, sunny tarot cards, and no, for you, I'm supposed to pull out the Midnight Magic cards. So I'm thinking you're spending a little bit too much time alone. Not in darkness precisely, but just secluded. And you're getting stagnant. That's why you have the Emperor as a blockage, not as a way to move forward. Oh, this is interesting. The King of Swords. Well, now the question is, are you the King of Swords? Or is this the person on your mind? Or a person on your mind? Who is the King of Swords? Please clarify. This King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. All right, the Empress came out. It came out oddly, though. I'm not sure how to describe it. So the Empress and the King of Swords, I'm getting two different people from that. And now I seem to be holding the deck upside down. Okay. Well, this is getting complicated. So you believe there is an Empress in your life. Not only is this person an Empress, which is the, embodying the divine feminine in the physical, but they also have the High Priestess, so they are embodying also the spiritual aspects of the divine feminine, and the Queen of Cups. So you think they're the complete package, but you see yourself, on the other hand, as being merely at the beginning of your Pentacles journey. You have not yet achieved anything like the physical, material prosperity that you would like to. And you may be battling addictions, or at the very least, bad habits and or things that you think are binding you that are most likely not. They are illusions, because the devil is the card of illusions. Remember, the devil is also called the Lord of Lies. So the Lord of Lies is tricking you into believing that you are bound in ways that you're not. Or perhaps into believing that you are a Page of Wands. Or, yeah. Or are you the King of Wands? And then we have the Three of Pentacles. The need to communicate better. The need to... It's in the upright, okay. So, threes are cards of expansion. So it could be expanding communication. It could be working with, or celebrating, having good times with friends. Came out on the devil, so perhaps your friends are distracting you from achieving your goals instead of helping you to get there. I don't know. So, sorry, not Three of Pentacles. I mean, not friends, co-workers. So are your co-workers, are you being a good co-worker, a good collaborator, a good... I hate the word collaborator. A good partner at work or in other aspects of life. The King of Wands can be impatient and intolerant and really want to do things his own way rather than being cooperative and collaborating with others. And yet we have the Six of Cups. So that's really on your mind. So the Six of Cups is nostalgia, looking backwards. It is also referring possibly to past life connections, which with all this divine feminine energy is likely. What is this? Two of Swords. You're feeling very stagnant in that particular aspect. The other question here is, are all these other people you? Or are they people who are influencing you? The Page of Wands in reverse is, would be someone with Peter Pan syndrome at the very least. They would be emotionally mature. Perhaps that's where you've been in the past in your interactions with this Empress. So, emotionally immature, resentful of any kind of perceived criticism, belligerent, superficial, a brat. Someone who is going to make everybody else miserable if they don't get their way. But we do have the King of Wands in the upright. So this would be someone who is a leader. They may not be entirely happy about it. Charismatic, but hopefully using your charisma to encourage others and leading by example rather than manipulating others. You would have an inherent strength and authority, but which is lining up nicely with the Lion. Honestly, the Lion and the King of Wands would be pretty similar in some ways. But you have this Devil card overseeing all of this. Look at all this fire. I mean, even the Devil looks like fire. And this is a fire card. And this other person is Queen of Cups, Pentacles, and Major Arcana. Yeah. And underlying all of this is your hermit tendencies. You've been hiding in the dark. Perhaps being stealthy. Or perhaps just hiding. I think we'll go with Wisdom of the Oracle for you. Yes, I know I made a mess with the cards, but that's okay. I'm going to cover it up with the Wisdom of the Oracle card, which is quite large. All right. What advice do you need, Lion person? All right. Between Worlds. I think that might sum it up nicely for you. It is card number 3. Number 3 standing for the Empress, of course, so perhaps you need to pay a little bit more attention to your feminine aspects. We all have feminine and masculine aspects. It doesn't matter what gender you are. So if you are going to be a complete and healed person, you do need to work on both. Essential meanings, transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. So you feel like you're in limbo. Not quite here, not quite there. Let's see what else it says. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity. You're a big cat. Cats are curious. There you go. And trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place, between what was and what will be, is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root. Hopefully that Ace of Pentacles, right? But what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. And I'm not going to read the relationship one for you because I don't think that applies to you right now. All right. And I think I'm going to leave this reading here. It's interesting you have the Hermit as a block. You're not supposed to be a hermit right now. But you're neither here nor there. So perhaps you should be paying a little bit more attention to the new world that is coming into shape around you. Or perhaps you need to be more actively letting go of the old. If you were the Page of Wands in reverse, that doesn't mean that's who you are now. It looks like you have established yourself as the King of Wands and the King of Swords. So that is the intellect and the passion, but mastery of both, because these are kings, and you are the Lion. So you've achieved a great deal of self-mastery, even though you've not come out as the Emperor yet. You've come out as the Hierophant. Some people would see that as the spiritual aspect, the spiritual aspects of the divine masculine. I tend to see the Magician more as that card. But you are definitely, or have definitely achieved a great deal more mastery than perhaps you're giving yourself credit for. And don't worry about your person or this person on your mind. It seems they're doing quite well. And they deserve someone healed, don't they? So keep working on yourself. And trust that what comes next will be in the best interest of both of you. It's okay to be between worlds for a while. Don't try to stay there, but don't fight it either. I wish you all the best.